favorite podcast, the Champions Corner podcast in full effect. Yo, we have a lot to talk about. And if you've been living under a rock, wrestling is on and popping. We getting into a lot of things. We just had deadline last night. We're ushering into John Cena's last match. We are coming into WrestleMania season. So much is happening, and we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about SmackDown. We're going to talk about deadline. And if you haven't heard, Netflix has spent some money. So we're going to talk about that and see what that potentially means for professional wrestling moving forward. But today, I have my good buddy, Sean Player, the number one player. Talk to him, Sean.
What's going on, everybody? It's a rainy day here in Central Florida, but hey, it's still good weather. I love it. I love it, man. Hope everybody's doing well.
And we have a special guest, Brother Kyle, man. They call him the Insider. The Insider. I'm gonna let him break that down for you. But Brother Kyle, it's a pleasure to have you on, man. Go ahead and talk to the people, man. Let them know what's happening.
What is going on? My name is Brother Cal Lyons Jr. Insider. I'm 45 years old, and I've been eating, sleeping, breathing WWE since it was F. You know what I mean? So definitely want to get involved. Would love to be in there, right? But the back don't work like that no more. So let's see what we can do.
Awesome. It's going to be a good time. Hey, don't make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. Follow us on all of our social media platforms because we're going to give it to you straight. We're going to give it to you the best and only way we know how. Fellas, y'all ready to get to it?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
That's it. So I want to start with something because it's been a very hot topic. If you've been listening to even the content creators for professional wrestling, they've been talking about this Netflix spending this money and what that potentially means for professional wrestling. Now, you've heard Tony Khan state that, they're still in a good place. They still have their contracts with HBO, TBS, TNT, and all that type of thing. So, but I want to go to Sean first because Sean, if you don't know by now, ladies and gentlemen, Sean Flair lives for these types of conversations right here. What this means with mergers and the potential and all these type of things. So, Sean, break it down to the people. Could we potentially see WWE and AEW on the same platform in the next couple of years, or do you think they're kind of split it somewhere down the middle?
It'd probably be split it somewhere down the middle. I mean, nothing's out of the realm of possibility later down the road. I mean, we never know. I mean, they're big on the forbidden door whole thing, so we never really know what's to come with AEW possibly, doing something with WWE because there's one word you never say in wrestling, and that's the word never. You never say never because you never know who's going to end up on what show, what's going to happen. People, we've been on this road a long time. We saw it all. Anytime somebody says, I'll never do this or I'll never do that, they end up being right there. Now, a part of me feels like this is another way of Mr. Ariel Manuel poking fun at AEW. I mean, he's got the big bucks. Who's to say he's not behind the scenes pulling the curtain, not pulling the strings? Who's to say he didn't, because money talks. Who's to say he didn't pay Mr. Netflix some big bucks to do this? I mean, they always, because WWE is just, I tell people, man, they're in a different ball game. They're in a whole nother arena. And sometimes, hey, that's how the industry is. You could be a little bully sometimes, we don't know, but that's just me. That's not on the record. That's just me. I'm thinking maybe somewhere along the way that could be a big deal as well. But I don't think anything's out of the realm of possibility. I would love to see AEW and WWE, go at it. I would love to see that. I'll pay good money for it. That might be worth my $30 for ESPN.
A hot take there. You heard it. It might be worth the hashtag that. Brother Kyle, what do you think? Do you think this is a good? Do you think the possibility of WWE and AEW on the same platform eventually in a couple of years would be good? And if so, would you compare? I'm gonna ask you a different question. Would that compare to like Monday Night Wars type of thing? Because they'll still have their separate nights, right? So what do you think being on the same platform would potentially do for wrestling fans?
Well, I think they have to separate the platforms.
Okay.
Being a part of a merger or a purchase to share when nobody put no money in just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Tony Khan ain't put no money into this, so why does he get to share the platform? It makes me think of back when UFC, remember 2011, they wanted to get down on Spike TV. UFC, obviously, that's MMA, and Vince McMahon absolutely was like, absolutely no. So the
I do
UFC
remember
had to go off and get their own thing. And MMA and wrestling obviously is two different things. And I think that mindset they have to keep right now. Now, guess what? You can go to TBS,
Mhm.
right? You can go anywhere else. I think if AEW wants to build, then you need to say what WCW did back then. Hey, look, they had those Monday Night Wars. Those are two separate brands that were going at it. At a point in time, WCW was spanking them. We all know what happened with the crossover, which made that change. But sooner or later, you got to show WWE, okay, we the little brother, you can't push us around. So I don't think they should. I don't think it's good for at wrestling in the aspect of, okay, now WWE's done. I got the same platform to go see the rival. I just think it should totally be separate. But if they did, all it would show that WWE has a vast superior production. And I don't think AEW, you want to be close to superiority like that. That's just my opinion, but that's what I think.
Okay, so that brings me to another question. Very good take, Brother Kyle and Brother Sean. Very good takes, because often the question always comes up, and again, we asking this question because a lot of wrestling fans have probably thought about this. If they're on the same platform, what does that mean? What does that do? How do we, because wrestling already, just those two shows alone, those two companies, that's like 15 hours of wrestling per week, probably. You know what I'm saying? And now TNA about to get a new platform, things of that nature. So you think, like, what does that mean for a fan? So do you think, like, to Sean's point, do you think that, Brother Kyle, that this is WWE's or TKO, should I say, making a move to say, all right, got you. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, when WWE wasn't doing so well, and this is not a knock, this is just historically what happened. When WWE wasn't doing so well, AEW used to take shots at them weekly. Now that WWE's kind of established themselves a little bit more, and they're getting a little bit. Now, they were already had the notoriety, but now they're getting more bigger platforms, ESPN, Netflix, so on and so forth. What do you think now? Is this WWE potentially saying, "Oh, we're gonna get you back," or do you think WWE is even thinking about AEW like that?
Well, only reason why I say you got to be a little, we gonna get you back, right? And the only reason why I said that, but and again, that time when WWE wasn't doing so well, they had to focus and shift the eyesight a little bit, right? The NXT brand needed a huger focus. NXT started rivaling AEW numbers, in viewership. So I think that's what they were looking for. Now I'm not saying they don't want them close to the vest, because keep your friends close and your enemy closer, right? So I do think a little bit got you, right? You got to go through me type of vibe, and that allows WWE literally to control every single aspect of wrestling. If you have the opportunity to do that, then 100% you go for it. So if that's what it is, I do agree, because hey, you can control their time slot, you can control their content of what's seen, you can control the narrative. So, and then obviously they're going to portray their narrative anyway, that they are the top superior brand, which they are. But I do believe that if that's the case, then step on their necks when you got the chance to.
Oh man, hey, he went straight for the throat.
Straight for the throat, man. Straight for the throat.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Lonnie?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So, welcome in, Brother Ron. Welcome in, buddy.
Brother Ron G.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
Ron.
How you doing, man?
Your favorite host.
Cal, what's up, bro?
Chilling, brother.
For sure.
So,
Ron, we're talking about the Netflix has spent some money, and what that potentially means for WWE and AEW. And what the potential question initially was, do we see WWE and AEW on the same platform in a couple of years? And we kind of talked with Brother Kyle, Brother Sean about potentially, is this a move by TKO to be like, got you, AEW, or like maybe areas like saying, like taking his shots at them. And we even went back to the point of where when WWE wasn't doing so well, when AEW would take weekly shots at them. It's just like a catch-up type of thing. And it's only strictly from a wrestling fan's perspective. This is not us trying to cause a war between them. It's like questions that fans may ask, because fans follow thoroughly hard, as you know.
Yeah. I don't want them to be on the same platform or nowhere near each other, bro. I need this separate. I like the separate type of show that they are. And I feel like in this year AEW is doing their thing. WWE is slacking to me, and so I need that competition. And so I need that back and forth. And so WWE will actually get on their game, because if they don't, they ruling everything. We gonna keep getting this same type of product, and that ain't what I want. And we still got love for WWE, but like I said, they slacking for me in certain areas. Not all the way. Right? Everything ain't bad, but these last few PLEs for the main roster, much to be desired for me. The NXT one deadline, like we're gonna talk about in a few minutes, that was hitting. It's like back in the takeover days, the NXT show is better than the main roster show. So I don't know, but like I need that competition. I don't want everybody to be under the same umbrella. I don't need none of that. I'm good.
I mean, I'm all about capitalism. I love capitalism, and we're watching capitalism right now. This is what big people with big money. This is what they do. They buy up everything. This is what they do.
I understand.
But now, and I hear the narrative about WWE is slacking and stuff like that. I get it. And yeah, I got my pet peeves about that as well. I got some nitpicking as well. But what I can say, we kind of see this cycle every 5-10 years. They kind of go through this reshuffle of the deck. They kind of go through this period where they have to reshuffle. And you like this, Ron, because this started with your boy. Vince McMahon rolled down. He said, I need somebody to take this brass ring by the horns. I need somebody to drive us into the future. And I think we are right back at that same door.
Well, to your point,
I think,
so I don't need to cut you off. To your point, and like you were saying, so if you're going to talk about the merger, right, the WWE fans are going to look at the opposite side of that merger as well. So, as we all now see, there's a problem with the merger, right? And the reason why the problem is one person can't have all the control. They didn't like that. They didn't like I said, they didn't like when Vince McMahon said, even though UFC is going to be on Spike and we're on NBC, I don't want no UFC product or any combat sports product next to WWE. So UFC never made it to NBC. That's why they never made it there, because Vince McMahon took it off. So what Kanye say? One man can't have all that power, right? So how do you allow WWE, if you Nick Khan, how do you allow WWE to hold your fate into your hands and just say, yeah, we're going to make a deal with you. We're going to split time. We're going to do this. How do you not sure that they're going to screw you and stab you in the back? Because ultimately they would have to, because they have to get their brand and their money. We can't help you make money. That just doesn't make any sense. We got to make our own money. And so only thing that you could keep an eye on is stealing talent. Now that would be it. But I mean, other than the day, separate the two shows. AEW, come what you got. You got some heat. You got all Daddy's money. You got all Nick Khan's money. So y'all ain't broke. You got all the money in the world. One-on-one with WWE, and let's see what you got. Because now would be a perfect time for it. Because with WWE, they're playing political dancing right now with ESPN. They're not really focused on the writing, and they're not really focused on the product. And so AEW has a huge shot to show, okay, well, we got some wrestling going on here. And now WWE can feel the heat and say, you know what, let's take a step back and let's get back to doing what we do. And as wrestling fans, I think we're going to enjoy that a lot more.
Real quick, I want to add to that. I was sitting here thinking as I was listening to y'all talk, and Sean brought up a good point, and Cal, you kind of hit it. So, Ron, thank you for snowballing it, because it kind of got to this point, and now I'm thinking, my wheels spinning. When Austin and The Rock, two of the biggest names ever in the WWF/E, were out the door, it was like, who is that guy? Now, think about this now. It's the only sort of differences now. You had Austin, Rock. Yes, back then you still had Taker coming around. You had Triple H. But it's kind of similar. Cena is actually on his way out the door a whole year, right? And you still got like the Cody's, Romans. But then guess what? Roman's on his way out the door. You know what I'm saying? Seth Rollins on his way out the door, because he's not saying it now, but he's doing it NFL stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So you got all this going on. So yeah, but I think, and we'll get into it, but with the NXT stars, with the Oberfemens and the Trick Williams and the Ricky Saints and all these things, they're in the what's the word I want to use? They're in the pipeline
Yeah.
Who's gonna get shot out first? You know what I'm saying? Like, so now, yeah, you're gonna have Cody around, and Cody's probably gonna do like a Triple H type of thing once he retire from in-ring competition. He's probably gonna be back there backstage. So yeah, it does want to link. But what I'm liking right now, kind of, what I'm liking right now is that I'm seeing these last couple of weeks. I've seen people like Carmelo Hayes have great matches. And what I mean by that, because I know some people feel differently about that, but what I mean by that is this: we know Carmelo Hayes can go, but he's been really like he's fighting Gunters and things of that nature and hanging with them. I think that's getting eyes on him now, right now, even more so to be like, okay, sometimes they put you out there to see how much you can handle. We seen that with Jay Uso. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, go ahead, Ryan. I know you want to say something. Go ahead.
We talk about Melo, bro. My mind goes to a certain place, and you know where it is. Like, this man need to get more than what he getting. I mean, come on now. I mean, I don't want to continue to be the dead horse, but I mean, we keep seeing an example after example, getting these shots, getting these moments, and my boy Carmelo Hayes just be like, all right, I'll wait my turn. Okay.
I'm with you, Rod.
Yeah.
I'm with you. When he first came in, WWE did something crazy, and they let him fight Andrade 10 times. And they gave us a banger 10 times. And we were like, okay, that's ready. But again, for some reason, the writing changes, and somebody teams up with Melo, and then that person ends up being a superior. And then we get unfinished stories with it. That's another topic, right? And then now Melo goes down a bit, and then somebody realizes, wait a minute, Melo's on the roster. And then, but I think that was the whole point what John Cena was saying too, right? Do the tournament so some people can get some shine. And I don't think they thought Cena would say that. So I think Cena hit them with a curveball, and they were just like, okay, well, we kind of got to listen to Cena because he's driving this vehicle right now. And it gave everybody some shine, some NXT people, Jamal Evans, and like again, Melo Gunther was a banger. And so now look what we get. We got Melo Dragunov was a banger. So I think they really need to understand that and start getting back to that. It seems like they're remembering what they got, but we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, and I totally get. Sean, you want to add anything before I go and say something else too?
What was the question again? What was the question?
Well, we kind of was talking about making new starts. Essentially, we kind of transitioned into that about how the comment about when John Cena came in, when Austin and The Rock was out the door, and now we're kind of back to that same point, and we just kind of talking about some potentials of the NXT. We talked about Carmelo Hayes and things of that nature, and so I kind of made a comment about that, and everybody share what they feel, and that's totally fine. That's not a problem.
Ideally, it would have been in a perfect world. This tournament would have been perfect for Melo. It would have been perfect. I mean, it would have been handed to you on a silver platter. It would have been perfect for this to take off. Now, does that mean he's not going to take off in the future or whenever? No, that doesn't mean that at all. But I think this tournament was a wash, in my opinion. It really, because I said from the jump that Gunther was going to win. I've been recorded right here on the show saying everybody Gunther was going to win. We didn't need no tournament for Gunther to win, honestly. If this was what's going to happen, we didn't need no tournament for Gunther to win. Gunther's already a main guy. He's already he's just a one-time world champion, right?
Two-time.
Two-time. Yeah.
Well, so technically three if you count NXT UK, if you want to go that route too.
Nah. I'm talking about on the main roster.
Oh, okay.
So now, but I mean, this would have been ideal for Melo. Now, I think I sit back and I think about how it used to be before social media. We had to watch people go through their journey, right? We had to watch the whole growth process. I mean, we think about, the people like The Rock, you think about Triple H, think about these people from back in the day. They had these matches to where it was like, man, what's really going on? And then boom, out of nowhere, here we are, right? We're talking about them as possibly some of the greatest of all time. John Cena, when he first appeared, nobody thought John Cena was going to be who John Cena is right now, right? So I think Melo's going through his process. I would love for them to kind of tie up some loose ends, because I feel like Miz needs some receipts. He got to get some receipts off Miz. You know what I'm saying? You still got that lingering out there. And then Ciampa shows up. I'm like, I haven't seen you in a minute. You just show up out the blue and attack, my guy. So
no, he been there. He been trying to get at Dragunov, but Dragunov ain't give him the shot. He ain't getting the shot from Dragunov.
Yeah.
And so he messing
Dragunov
everybody else up.
Yeah.
Dragunov, there's two instances I saw where Dragunov was supposed to lose. This time it was a bunch of times, right? For some reason, he just keeps getting off, man. But
well, they had the rocket on Dragunov's back before he got injured.
Yep.
So when he came back, they just gave him back the rocket. So
yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. Right now, they're in an interesting spot, and historically, we can only lean on the data. The data shows when their back is up against the wall, they got to create these new stars. They got to do all this new stuff. This is when they shine the most. So
I think the tournament was for the ratings. That's
true.
My personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther already took a shot at him months prior, with the whole he retires legends.
Yeah.
So Gunther already did that, and we already assumed a lot of people were already sniffing at Gunther's gonna retire Cena. I just think the tournament created ratings, and they created, we don't know who's coming, and that allowed them to sneak in slow contracts with people like Dolph Ziggler and Matt Cardona. Internet went nuts, and it helped them.
Mm-hmm.
The end result we knew, but the whole thing actually helped them. As far as now, it did hurt storylines and stuff going forward, but I guess they're trying to figure that out.
But let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this then. So we're already there because I'm gonna go to something about Gunther. So I posed a question, and Kyle, I believe Sean told me you might have asked this question here in y'all conversations. But what? Okay, so we for the most part, I thought Gunther was going to win again, but up until the finals, I thought LA Knight might have got him. I ain't gonna lie. I thought LA Knight might have got him. So what if it's not Gunther? I mean, we only have a week to see that. What if something happens and it's not Gunther? That was really obvious. And I would say that we did get some matches out of it. But what if something just kind of happens? I don't know, because Gunther already retired Goldberg. So to your point, I retired legends, almost like the quote unquote legend killer like Randy Orton used to do, right? So like, what if it's not him? And what they throw another swerve? Because sometimes they're good at doing that too, right? Even when things are kind of predictable, they might let it go because everybody know. But sometimes they throw curveballs. So what do you think about that?
I was telling him I would love for their curveball to come around. Like It can't just be chalk, right? Like you don't let me just call it, because that's no fun for me to watch something that I called unless I'm getting paid for writing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, just as something else, because Gunther retiring people makes sense. LA Knight doing that, it made no sense for him. He fell out of various storylines. LA Knight has more problem with the vision than Jimmy does, but why is he not a part of that? So I don't know what they did with LA Knight to push him out of everything. This made no sense for LA Knight to be in here. So to help me come up with a curveball, man, I don't know. I would love LA Knight, I ain't gonna do no booking, but I would love LA Knight to take him out. Somebody got to finish the match. Maybe we get a Y2J countdown or something like that. So just give me something that either, whether I like it or not, at least I can say I did not know that was going to happen. That's all.
Go ahead, Roy.
I don't know. I mean, they need to, because Gunther don't need this match. But I said it plenty of times on this show, Bo. This is for an NXT star, in my opinion. This should have been for an NXT star. And a Javon Evans, Carmelo, I mean, even Solo, I would have been happy with.
Yeah.
And finals in the LA Knight, because he needs something. Like I said, they don't care about LA Knight at this point. In my opinion, they don't care about him. They got to continue to block this man from certain title shots. He ain't getting this right here. He should have got. They cutting off his promos, and they ain't showing him on TV in a lot of weeks. I mean, come on. The fans are right there behind him, man. What else does this man need to do?
Yeah, 100%. You put him in a rock and a hard place, because now you done gave him that Slim Jim deal, so he ain't going nowhere. That boy getting paid.
Money is money, but
so he want to be a part of something. I know he does, because why else would he? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that corporate infrastructure. Like, all right, well, we're gonna keep you here. We're gonna get you paid. But and again, to Ron, what you was about to say, money's money, man. But I should be a main focal point. I should have the belt. He should have the belt.
Let Let me ask y'all this.
Oh,
Let me ask y'all this.
I have one more thing. Hold on. You want only thing about that is like I don't know if everybody getting paid the same amount, no matter if you're in the main event or the first match, is kind of diluting people's drive.
Yep.
That's what CM Punk is saying.
That's exactly what it is.
But
Exactly what it is.
still, you still want to be a champion. I don't care. That's what you get in the business for in the first place.
But see, that's like no shot or nothing, but that's like athletes getting their guaranteed contracts. They're getting all their money in front. So whether I was to show up for a game or miss an event, I'm still gonna get my money anyway. And so you got guys that like CM Punk said, great point, Ron, because I wanted to bring that up too.
Great point.
CM Punk said it used to be a time where man we were dog fighting because we knew that main event spot you was gonna get the payday. Now I could be the first match on the card. I ain't even really got to give you guys a match, and I'm gonna get the same. And now, not only these days are you getting a contract, but you getting commercials, you getting movie deals, you getting Nike, you getting all kind of other stuff that guys way back when probably weren't getting. So now it's like, well, hey, I can come in and be lackadaisical, do what I want. I know I'm still gonna get my payday at the end of the day. That could be it. That could be it.
I want to add to that. I want to add to that real quick because another part of it today versus back in the day, and I really don't like comparing in that reference, but I've heard Bailey recently come out and say that wrestlers after their matches now they go home, they don't stay in the building and watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you talk about drive, it makes you wonder now if the drive is really there because the fact of the matter is, at least on the east side, there's a little bit more freedom, right? Because the guy who came in, Vince, they said that Vince was a control freak. Vince wanted to control everything. Triple H comes from a different perspective because his life occurrence and what happened. I get that too. I still think he keeps him accountable, but I also think it's not as hard as Vince was. So when you get that regards too, and I wonder, and when I think about LA Knight right now, I want to ask you something from a fan/business perspective. If anybody want to answer, is this a way to try to get more people behind LA Knight now versus because I think about Bryan Danielson. When he was going through the whole yesterday, and they kept trying to keep him down, he kept losing things. He'll win the title, then they take it away from him. Or even when like Kofi Mania happened, when they're like, you see the people were clearly behind Kofi, right? But they would like Vince would say, nah, not yet. Nah, you ain't gonna get it yet. You gotta do this to get the title shot. Do you think we in that kind of same vein right now as well? Because I hear a lot of people say that a lot of people come out and say, hey, they mad at LA Knight, they doing this. Well, what if there's a part? I'm just asking this. I don't know this for sure, right? I'm not in the room. But what if that's a part of the plan to get him over even more?
Well, first you need to turn the man heel, I think. You start there. I think this would be a great time.
Man.
He needs that money, man.
This the reason.
Not right now.
Not right now.
This is the reason I say it because it's one thing for the fans to love you, et cetera, et cetera. I'm thinking about what you just said, Lonnie, about how Vince was like, hey, you know what? This might not be the time. These guys are thinking about the payday down the road. Will LA Knight be able to give me the payday that I'm looking for? Yeah, the fans love him right now. And I'm going to use your boy, Mr. Yeatman, for the example. I tried to tell y'all on this show that it was no longevity to Mr. Yeatman. I told you.
But with him, he still got that world championship. He got his moment.
That's
LA
fine.
ain't getting his moment.
We talk
or his title reign.
But Jay didn't get his moment right away. When it's been times people thought he should have had his moment, right? But it was a certain moment that created the moment. So I'm saying,
well, that was manufactured, though. You see what I'm saying? Roman manufactured that. Paul Heyman.
Say that, Cal, again. Say that for the people in the back, because historically on the show, I'm trying to tell my boys that
right, so that's where Roman's at now. That's why Roman is in the position he's in. He's 1.5 leg, 2 feet, a back, a cheek, and half his body out of the business. he's leaving, and he's trying. Like, look what he's doing right now for Bronson Reed. This is their plan for Bronson, right? But to Lonnie, what you were saying, what Bailey was saying, people just go home. I think they're leaving it to the wrestlers. If you want this, show me. Triple H said something a long time ago. Him and Paul Heyman came up with something that we just couldn't take off of TV. It didn't matter what nobody did. Their ideas were 10 times better, so we couldn't take it off. So if you want the top spot, do something to take it off. One girl actually did that, and that was Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
She changed the way she's seen the business, got in the lab, created more to her moveset, and fixed her mic work skills. which landed her a movie role.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing for LA Knight. I think they're looking for something for him. I don't know what it is. Yeah, he has the heat. LA Knight, yeah. And, he got the yeet, but the yeet and the yeah is not enough. You need a little bit more. But if you notice, LA Knight's moveset is a little different now. He done added a lot more to his offense.
His matches were good lately, right? His matches have been really better consistently.
Yeah, his matches have been really better. So I think they're trying to look at that. But he still earned it enough where he should have got something already. But I just think that's where we're at now. They're giving these young people too much control. Vince was the control freak. You had to wait until Vince called your name. If he didn't call it, guess what? You ain't get it. So, but now, hey, y'all go do something to come up with something, and then we'll see if that's better than the storyline that we got. Oh, that's great. Let's throw it in there. Which Sean, me and you talk about when they gave Ricochet the shot. They gave him the shot. That boy fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line, didn't take any accountability for fumbling, blamed the company, and left. Like, you can't be that person because now these young people just don't want to work as hard because they're getting the money. I think Jordan just said that on TV not too long ago.
He sure did.
Like, you got to give them some sort of extra incentive. And if they're not going to come up with anything creative, then we're going to see the same people on the top.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as far as that, I don't know. Ricochet is doing better at AEW. This is the best Ricochet has ever been. Think about Ricochet. So, it is all over how you present the person also. It ain't all on them. I don't know. It depends on who it is, who we talking about. Right. But LA Knight I feel like he's shown enough to get in that main event scene and get his moment. And this, like I said, this tournament wasn't even for a title or nothing. This is just to fight Cena. So I feel like this is an opportunity for him to get to that next level. If he just stuck at a B level wrestler right now, as some people see, I mean, this was his chance to do that. If he was going to be in the finals, if y'all was going to put him in the finals,
I mean, you got A's and then you got B's. Some people are just going to be B's.
We ain't talking about Brian. He going back to his back pocket. Yeah. But RC, I want to say something though about the whole thing. I know we own this, but it's a very good topic though, very good discussion. So Cena said before the tournament started, he's looking for somebody to seize the opportunity like he did, which is why I initiated the question: what if it's not Gunther? Gunther's already made. What does he say? 80% of his time in the company, he's been a champion. 2-time world champion, NXT UK champion, Intercontinental champion, longest reigning at that. So when he's talking about somebody who's trying to, because when John Cena came out to fight Kurt Angle, unless you watch OVW, you didn't know who he was. The prototype, you know what I'm saying? You didn't know about that. But guess what? Let me ask you this. That particular day when Cena fought, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. A, B, and C. Y'all pick which one. When Cena came out to that match with Kurt, do you A, remember the Undertaker giving him props after the match, B, remember the match, or C, remember him slapping Angle?
Slapping Angle.
To me, I remember all 3 because Cena's my guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
To me,
it was kind of hard for me. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Cena's my dude, so I remember the whole thing because I remember how hard he fought in that match and how much I know he could do. And people saying he can't wrestle. I mean, he was wrestling great from the start. He just know what moves work for the crowd, and that's what he just kept going with. So he could wrestle. So stop doing that. But so I'm saying I know all 3. For me, that's how great Cena is to me. So I'm. I could be biased, but I mean, it's just
no,
facts what
okay.
it is.
It's all good. Ron is our resident Cena fan, and next week I know you're gonna have the floor, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good. But look, I want to ask that question because sometimes I think we need to be remembered of those things, right? When we talk about wrestling, and I said this before, and anybody can comment. I know, man, this is a really good discussion. I'm really hyped. I'm containing it, but I'm hyped right now. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, I think about historically, we talk about better wrestlers and companies and things of that nature. I told this to Sean about a month ago. We was talking, Ricochet is doing better in AEW. Ricochet is a pure wrestler, right? With acrobatics, right? He's doing this, that, and the other. Character-wise, maybe it's a heel. He's talking a little bit better now. I get that. But I say this right now. No, you don't think so, Cal?
Ricochet's
I said
still
maybe.
horrible at promos. He's not good at promos, and he don't want to listen. And so he's doing better because he's getting more TV time.
Yeah.
And he's always been a wrestling dude, so he can wrestle. He just don't know how to take his character to the move, and that's Ricochet's problem.
I think too, to that point. One of the things I noticed, I've been watching wrestling. A lot of us, probably all of us on this line, have been watching wrestling for a very long time. As a matter of fact, we've been watching wrestling long that people don't even talk about some of the things we used to watch now, right? Mm-hmm. We never knew WWE to be the best wrestling company. At least from my perspective, watching it, you never known it's the best wrestling company. When WWE, WWF, I mean, you had NWA back then. You know, then you had WCW. You had all these things. They always were like character driven, right? Like the Repo Man, you know what I'm saying? All these different, you know, the Bushwhackers, you know, yeah. You always had some good wrestling, but that's mostly was like some of your main event matches or your Intercontinental title matches and things like that. So now it's like, man. So when you see it now, you're like, man, okay, it's kind of the same thing. AEW does have a better pure wrestling in regards to what they do. But at the same time, so when you talk about character development, what are we pushing for right now? Are we talking about LA Knight? He's wrestling better now, so he should get the push. His characters, is his promos better? Because not too long ago, he was fumbling over his words as well. You know what I'm saying? So with him, does that match with Gunther right now? This is the question. I'm building it up. Does that match with Gunther, with him tapping out? What is next for him? Does he win the Rumble now? How does he respond to this?
See, I'm glad you said that, and I think RRC he actually made the point as well. When Cena came out and said, "I want to see somebody take the opportunity," I think he means create something and take it. Mm-hmm. Cena came out as a young John Cena, and he was spitting his head, ruthless aggression. You had to be. We were all like, "Ooh, this young boy got it." You allowed Gunther to come up with something better in the tournament than everybody else did. Mm-hmm. He came up with something. So even though it didn't help Gunther, he still took a better opportunity to it. His promo was better. Like his the way he carried himself was better. Like everything he did for the tournament was better. Gunther gets it. So I feel like he's an old soul. Gunther could have wrestled in the 80s, right? He could have wrestled in every era to me. Like he could have wrestled Harley Race. So
that's what I was thinking about.
But to your point, now AEW got, like better wrestlers. Harley Race was a great wrestler. Bob Backlund was a great wrestler. Texas Tornado was a great wrestler. Mm-hmm. Those couldn't figure it out when it came to the entertainment spot. Mm-hmm. They just couldn't. So, like you said, WWE is more character driven. They're always going to be that way. So, how do we merge them both together? That's AEW's problem. They can't write for crap over there. Mm-hmm. So, I think now with this tournament, if you don't want the business to be stale, those in the back behind Gorilla need to come up with a reason to help the tournament. Look, we understand Gunther don't need this, so now we got to step in and put the swerve on and see what we can do. Mm-hmm. I still, and I think, call something where LA Knight somehow gets back in there and he wins. Like, give me something because it just doesn't make any sense. But I know they don't want to. Gift someone who hasn't figured it out yet, So, but that's why they're pushing Dom. Dom figured it out. Mm-hmm. That boy figured it out. Liv figured it out. They're trying to do the same thing from Braun Breaker. Just his promos is just a little. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, it really is.
Everybody praising that one he did it on last Monday, but that was pretty much his best promo he ever did.
That was the best one he did. I picked it apart. I come from a different world, so I I got a film degree, so I can see where he screwed up where most can't. But it's just that still was his best one because they gave him the shot.
But I still think he might struggle against face to face against CM Punk when they go face to face 1-on-1. I think he might struggle because I brought up the point last episode when he went against Roman, he was just talking nonsense. He wasn't coming with no facts against Roman. He was just saying, "You irrelevant." Right, man, get out of here. No, he wasn't. This man be the most relevant thing up there.
To your point, Ron, your boy was the best at smashing people on his promos. He got on the rock for
Yep.
writing his promo on his hand. Said that
Yes, sir.
live on the show. Told Roman, get better at promos, kid. Like
Yeah, on the show. On the
see
show.
that
On the
dude if
show.
you came incorrect. So
Right.
we need somebody to hold these people accountable for promos, and they need to get better. And I think when you could cut a promo, you cut a better edge of your character. You understand where your character is going.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing about Braun Breaker, that promo was like, if he didn't get out the ring, I thought he was going to really like snap. You know, I mean, that was probably the only thing. Like, I really felt for CM Punk's life. Like, have CM Punk been standing there, like, would he really like went and crashed out? You know, that's the only other than that, it was not really a good. I mean, I guess because it was Braun Breaker, it really I'm not a big fan of it. But they got to do something, man. They got to do something because the promo for WWE, that's the bread and butter.
They need to swerve. They need to swerve on the tournament. If Gunther wins, I think we all going to be looking around like, what next? And that's going to be a bad spot because then now we getting into Royal Rumble and all that, and with the Saudis owning how much control they get to bring, because people don't really realize that Saudis pick their card, they pick it, and so and I think you got to come figure that out, and they got to reconstruct things. LA Knight can fall by the wayside a little bit. So I think they should swerve somehow. I don't know, attack him in the back, and then Gunther's not coming out, and we hear LA Knight's music, and let's get it an LA Knight win. Man, I'm 269 pounds. I'll still do a backflip if LA Knight come out there and win that tournament. So let's get it.
Hey, let me ask this real quick, Ron, before you go there, because you know, to your point, Kyle, man, I'm glad you're on here, brother. Man, you dropping some facts, bro. You can bring it in, bro. With Braun Breaker, what I notice about certain promos, though, it's easy to get a hot pop when you use certain lines. When you use profanity, when you use you go low blow somebody, something like that. It's easy to get a good pop. Ooh, okay. But then what, right? Because when you go, if you go on mic to mic with a Punk or John Cena told Cody, this is why I like Cody. John Cena told Cody, this year, I'd be an umpire for billionaires. All you did was take money from their kids. But Cody didn't back down from that.
No.
You know, he said, never once have they said you can't wrestle. And it was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking wise. But see, if you're going to call somebody, if you just use a hot take, the profanity, or low blow somebody, to me, that's not a memorable promo. Tell me the story. Now, granted, the best thing was, he left the ring because he was about to explode. I get that. And I think the match would be good with Punk and Braun. Braun can go in the ring, in my opinion. But if you're going to go face to face, man, come on, man. They'll eat you alive, man. They'll eat you alive.
He needed a receipt back from even when Cody Rhodes says, a Steiner is never better than a Rhodes.
The Rhodes, historically,
yes. I was sitting here, my mom like, ooh, like, man, this was a cipher battle. Ooh,
right.
Like, I think he'll learn it because he really wasn't that way at NXT. I think the problem with him is Braun Breaker. I think that's the problem. Just go back to being Braun Steiner, bro. And I think you can carry the Steiner swag with you at that point. And I think that will change him to be more organic than he really is.
Yeah, because I mean, everybody know who he is anyway. His last name anyway. So
just give it to him, so that way he can be the Braun who he really is.
Yeah, because they building this man up, hyping him up so hard. It's like it's gonna come to a point where he might get booed, just like Roman and Cena did when they got pushed down everybody's throat for a certain moment in time. And if they continue to do that, he's gonna get booed. I mean, he'll heal anyway, but I don't know if that's what they want right now because they're trying to build him as that star. And so
I think you man, listen, Ron, me and you, man, keep going, brother. You got the same shit I'm saying. Go ahead.
I'm just saying they building him up like that, and so, but there's other people that's probably better than him. And they got two of them coming up. Shooting NXT, Obafemi. right there. Trick Williams bet on the mic to him.
Let's talk about it.
I'm just saying, Obafemi just won that. I mean, if we want to talk about, go ahead and talk about deadline. Obafemi got a 2-time NXT champ.
You know what? Let's go into it.
And hey, people might be mad. I'm about to say he better beat Cody on Saturday night's main event.
Go into it.
I love Cody, one of my tops. I put him in my top 5, but Obafemi is that dude.
Let me ask you this: do you think Vince McMahon? Everybody was still crawl before you walk, and even though Vince didn't have to handle a too much of an NXT standpoint, because I was Triple H's baby at that point in time. But my problem, what they do sometimes with the NXT stars, is bring them to the main roster and have them beat main roster stars immediately. I need to see them pay dues. I need to see them okay, you're in college, you get to the pros. This has to be a higher level. There has to be something a SmackDown person or a Raw person can teach an NXT person. Great wrestler, you're better than I am, but I outsmarted you because of the win.
I can see that.
That's what I wish. But to your point earlier, if Cody's like, I ain't sticking around too long, if that's what it is, and we need to build stars now, which it seemed like WWE's doing, then you need to have Oba go in there and do some ruler things and come out on top versus Cody. But then again, now it's gonna leave us like, well, the top dude just got pinned.
Right.
How does the top dude go to ESPN now? How does the top dude host Fanatics with Michael Rubin now? Like I think they protect all that, which we have to, because I mean, kayfabe is dead. You still still got to protect all that. So
but they can still like protect Cody, because guess who's going against? Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Who did he just attack? Drew McIntyre.
That's what I was going to say too. Yeah, Drew McIntyre can come in and cost Cody the match probably.
Not saying Oba needs the help, but just to protect Cody as the WWE champion.
Yeah,
that's what you do. Put Drew out there to distract or whatever it is, and then you still have Oba looking good. Cody's protected, and we move on a story along with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I think I agree with you 1,000%, and I just think Drew needs a repackage too. By the way, I don't know if we're talking about that. But
Drew need to go ahead. Drew need to go ahead and win that title. That's what I think. They probably gonna fight the Rumble. Probably. Yeah. So they need to go ahead and Drew need to go ahead and win that title. That's my opinion, but that's a little bit. That's neither here or there right now.
Right.
But the thing is, that's what Cody was saying. He's trying to get that spirit of John Cena, and if you're doing that, go ahead and put this man over. And build some new stars like John Cena was trying to do with this tournament. Yeah. You didn't do it with the tournament, so do it with this.
Yeah.
And you think about it, Kevin Owens came up, and who did he beat? John Cena.
Yeah.
Same thing right here. And Kevin Owens NXT champion right there.
Right there, yeah.
Obafemi just got the title back. Because I thought Ricky Saints was going to win yesterday. And then, Ricky and Cody friends. So this is their way of fighting each other early on the main roster.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. But here we are, Obafemi. I mean, let's get it. Show this man off. Show Monster is coming to the main roster when his time is called.
It's going to be the same thing for the girls too. Because when Sol Ru could get there, I mean...
Oh yeah, she's fighting Bailey.
Fighting Bailey. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When she's stuck on that main roster, I mean, there's gonna be some hurt feelings in that locker room.
But let me ask you this then. You're talking about Oba potentially coming. So Javon Edmonds won the man's Iron Survivor last night, right? Oba just crashed this man through a table a couple of months ago. So now they got a rematch coming in, and then you got Tony D'Angelo. I don't know where he's going with that. RC, I know how you feel about Tony D'Angelo, so I ain't gonna train it. I already know how you feel about him. But what I'm saying is, so now let's say Oba does beat Cody. Does Javon finally beat Oba, and then Oba moves on? This is time to come to the Rumble? Because now Ricky Saint said something last night when he was talking to Javon Evans. He said, I think that's a tease thing for Ricky to go heel eventually. He was saying that the impossible is back, essentially Oba being champion. Right, and so because he felt bad in himself to do it. So if Javon beats Oba, maybe Ricky Saints get involved, and Ricky Saints turns on him. But again, Tony D'Angelo he attacked Javon too. That's a whole nother thing. So is that the point of it? Like he'll beat Cody, come to the main roster, lose his title at New Year's Evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that the whole process of that you thinking, or what happens now? Because if you had all those things intertwined right now, again, Ricky, paint the picture. Ricky's talking to Javon. Why is he talking to Javon? That just lets us know that Javon was going to win.
It makes sense. Well, we know Soul and Oba's coming, so we know they got the call up already. They just haven't been there. Hence why Oba's going to rest Cody. You know, so we get they coming. Now the reason why they're coming, I think you might have just painted it because I didn't even look at it that way. I think how do we get them to the main roster now? You got to get the belt off, homeboy. So what a better way to do it, and have her go through the whole thing with her best friend that she's going through right now. So I think you're right. I think I think you call it good. But I like that. I'm wrong. What do you think, man?
I liked it between Ricky Saints and Javon Evans. I'm just saying if Javon Evans beats Oba, in a way it might make Ricky Saints look bad because it's kind of what should have happened before. I thought Javon Evans was going to beat Oba the first time.
Right.
And then he had Ricky Saints come in. Some people thought it was like a fluke victory, and he has like 2 title defenses and loses right back to Oba, making it seem like a fluke that he won the title. And then Oba doesn't have a long reign with this one, and Javon beats him. Kind of makes Ricky Saints look bad in a way,
right?
And so I'm trying to see where they go with it.
Man, he's a good point.
I would be mad if Javon Evans won because, like I thought, he was going to win the first time because they was building him up because he was facing all the big guys, all the big top dogs or the big dogs in NXT and beating them, and then he comes over to here and loses to Obafemi, and then some out of nowhere, Ricky Saints actually shot and actually gets the belt
after losing the Eagle.
Yeah, and then you got Tony D'Angelo coming at the end, knocking Javon Evans out at the end of the deadline. So what does that mean? And what's his intention? I mean, he's looking at Obafemi, and he's the first one who beat Obafemi, and so are we going back to that? So does that mean Javon Evans is not winning? And they putting Tony D'Angelo in that spot to try to beat Oba? I'm trying to figure out where they're going. It's interesting, but I just trying to see how they're playing this out.
Does Ricky have a short NXT reign too? Is he a call up we don't know about?
Well, I don't know because he had a short North American title reign and a short NXT World title reign, right?
Right.
So maybe, but to the point though, the way that promo went last night, I don't think you move a guy up after talking like that. Like the way he talked, how can I beat? I had him and I couldn't beat him again. Now the impossible bet. That's how you go to the main roster. You leave on those terms. With those words, I don't think that'd be the right thing to do. But again, so this is what I'm looking at. We're in December. Today is December 7th. We're going into New Year's Evil, but we're also going into Stand and Deliver. Right? So a lot of big things have to happen in between there. I personally think Oba's going to have a short title reign. Why? Because they're going to move him to the main roster. He's fighting essentially the top dog in the company on Saturday. Essentially, right?
Yeah.
So what is that saying? Let's see what he can do, sink or swim, or like what is that saying? Although Saturday night's main event is network TV in terms of that regard, it's still a big platform, especially on the night with Cena's retirement.
Right, and I think that might be. I think he was supposed to come at the Rumble. That's what I think he was supposed to do. Now, if any of those reports are true, the ESPN is kind of like, "Hey, y'all ain't giving us no good PLEs. Like, what's going on?" I think they get okay. Well, instead of having him come out of the Rumble, let's put him on Saturday Night Main Event. People can see what this guy can do because he is going to be next, obviously coming up. I just think they shifted. We can't hold him to the Rumble. Yeah.
Right. Like I said, he's one of the ones that's spinning his wheels in NXT. Him and Trick Williams. Both of them have nothing to prove in NXT anymore. And it's a number of guys like that that's on top of NXT. I mean, there was those two. Ethan Page is ready because he's got that thing going with Chelsea Green. He's a great mid-card heel he on the main roster that he could be. And I mean, Javon Evans could be ready because he said he has several matches up there.
So when they go up, who goes? Well, nobody really goes down, so to speak. But who loses a little bit of light on the main roster?
Oh, who
Out of
steps
those,
up in NXT?
someone who loses a little bit of light from those four I just named.
Yeah, so I mean, no, there's some stars on the main roster. When those dudes go up, they're going to take over. They really are. They're going to take over. They're better wrestlers. Who are you pulling back from? So that means you pull back from the Miz a little bit more because that's kind of his spot.
Miz could be all over the card. He's proved that time and time again. He could be main event to jobber, mid card, whatever it is they ask him to do. Miz is going to do. So, and that's why I say and that's why they been need to shake up the main roster to Raw and SmackDown. They been need to shake those.
Who's the Meechin and the B-Fab for the main roster for the men?
Oh,
honestly, man, I can't think of nobody. Well,
I'm trying to think who's jobbing like that.
You can say Kozawa and
Tozawa. Oh,
Tozawa, but at the same time, well, you said something about the Miz, but I find it hard to believe. This may be in that bucket of unfinished stories that the Miz would sneak back into the tournament and nothing happens with it. Like, is that his way of getting a shot at Cena? I mean, like, come on now. Like, I think something like that, like something has to go from there. But I don't know. But it's tough to say right now because who I want to see Oba go at? Right at it. Either Bronson Reed or Braun Breaker. Right at it.
I mean, if they put him in that light, depending on how they present Oba Femi. Like I said, if you from Oba Femi, you just ain't trying.
Right. You ain't trying.
It should be impossible to fumble this dude.
Mm-hmm.
I see Carmelo. You can talk about his size all day, and that's the only reason you probably got against Carmelo. But Oba, this man got all the tools, man.
Yeah, he do. And I think that might be the credit of why they're going back to 3 hours.
Yeah.
SmackDown, right?
Yeah,
you need more because you got to show some more talent. Like, it's getting too saturated with 2 hours.
Yeah. Also, can I just shout out real quick? I know we talking about deadline. Can I just shout out Vic Joseph and Booker T real quick, man? Them boys have me rolling every time, man. Every time. Yeah, no bread, no water, just me. But anyway,
I was he be hating on Book, but man, he be funny to me.
Yeah, get out of here with that, man.
Their chemistry is good.
Yeah, man. But so, do you think though? With that being said, so was Javon the right person to win, man? Iron Survivor. We already know. I kind of feeling how everybody feels about the women's already. I already see how people feel about the women's. I know Joe Hendry wasn't gonna win.
I ain't feel like Joe Hendry, but I mean, Javon Evans was that close last year to winning Iron Survivor, but he ran out of time. This year, he got it, and that's a part of the story. And then, like I said, he's right back in there with the top dog, where he was trying to fight for. That was his story building up to go after every big dog. That's what Undertaker told this man.
Yeah,
and so he's listened to advice. Like I say, he's been listening to all these world champions are giving him high praise. He's getting very much high praise in the back from everybody, and so that's probably another reason why he got this.
Yeah, he earned that win. He did. He did. One, if he didn't do anything else, he earned it because the way he wrestled Gunther.
Yeah,
I mean, dang.
And Sammy.
Like, yeah, 100%.
Sammy, yeah.
100%. So he earned it. But again, I think they always leave NXT in a great place with next up. They always do that. They just leave us figuring crap out on the main roster because you got a lot of people in and out, halfway in, halfway out.
Yeah. They leaning on them a lot. I'm like, bro, they barely here. We gotta go with who's here.
We gotta work with who's here, and I mean, something's happening. Like, I mean, even if you, I don't know, people could be conspiracy theorists. Everybody see Roman losing weight. He don't have the same. He don't. So what's going on there, right?
He getting like his cousin, like The Rock. Then they both losing weight at the same time, like that.
Something going on, right? And then then he's rocking the armband. He had the sleeve, which he never did, and then now he's rocking the arm. So what's going on? And I don't know. Shoot, if there's a movie role, then how does he go do movies and do this? We need a champ to be there. We do.
Yeah. I think the crazy thing about it. I think Roman was, and he might still be, but I think the plan was Roman and Seth for Mania next year, and I
Yeah.
think Roman was going to go ahead and take it off of Seth. That's what I think was going to happen. And then I think that was supposed to be the point where they turned on Seth properly. But of course he got hurt. He got hurt with his match with Cody, so they obviously had to move that timeline up. So I think that kind of shuffled the War Games as well because I find it hard to believe Seth wasn't going to be in there with his boys. But that's a whole other thing too.
Who's the mask guy?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a whole other topic.
It's a lot of things going around. Austin Theory, Montez
Ford.
Ford.
I thought it was him off rip. When he came in immediately, I yelled Montez Ford.
Hey,
oh, wow.
You didn't hear it was Ron G?
I heard that. I heard he was in there. You know what I'm saying? I heard if you did, let me get your autograph.
Hey, I wish I would. That'd have been nice. But
hey, how'd you hide the beard, man?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, man, a thick mask, man, thick mask.
But and then a lot of people saying they may use that guy just as a pawn.
Right, he just in there.
And they're gonna be like, oh, that was Jericho.
Right.
Jericho ain't that built. He wasn't that muscular, is he? Not right now.
I'm not saying, but they're just using that guy. That wasn't the actual guy.
Yeah.
Probably.
Right. That was a young dude. That dude had young knees.
Yeah.
He got up that. And whenever, I could be wrong, so y'all let me know. I've never seen them covering the hands like that.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever seen them covering the hands is when the person is black.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like they did for R-Truth that time.
Right. They covered the hands of the black people. They never covered the hands for the white wrestlers. So once I see his hands covered, he had them Grinch hands, right?
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Because you got a lot more options if he was, the white guy.
Right, right. So we can find the black guy. It ain't Where's Waldo with that. So I was like, he got his hands covered. I've been critical of his Montez Ford's sidekick for years.
Or
he does his kick, and it looks similar to me. So I was like, oh, that was his kick. So I'm tripping out. So I was like, that's a brother. That's Montez Ford. Oh. And to hear it spinning around, I was just happy that I got something close.
Yeah. Only thing. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I was going to kind of keep going. Go ahead, man.
No, only thing with that, like I think I said before, it'd be interesting if it's Montez Ford, but I just don't want him just another part of another group. I need to be on his own. That's the only thing with me. It'll be interesting because it'll be shocking, and just for like I said, him being on his own, and it's if it's still a group thing, and he won't get that shine.
Guy, because does he need a manager?
I don't know, because I think he could talk good enough.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, but you still need that guidance for a single career. Because all we know of him is the Street Profits. That's all he's ever been.
Yeah. Do you think? So let me ask this question, and this is not me just trying to stir. So when you say Montez can talk, you saying that he can carry a promo, or he said something that sticks?
I feel like he can carry a promo if, like I said, I don't think he's got the opportunities to show it as much as other people as far as a singles thing. But he's had glimpses of it, but a lot of it's been online. It ain't been on TV.
Yeah, we're not saying we want the smoke if it wasn't for Montez. Yeah, so I think he got it. But he was just loyal to a fault, and I think that was his problem. He did not want to leave his boy because they tried to turn him solo a while back, and he didn't want to leave Docs. So
he like he like old boy with the Blazers. What's his name? Who never want to leave the Blazers, but he done gone back to him now. But he's loyal to a fault. Never get a championship.
Yeah, never get a championship. that might be the funniest thing I heard. And it's 100% accurate too. Like you got to do what's best for you, and I'm quite sure, Bianca, told him, but which is funny now. Bianca said, "Well, hey, everybody else is working with their husband. I want to work with mine." Yeah. So everybody else is getting that opportunity. So she's like, "I want to work with mine," and I've been thought the Street Profits should have been Montez, Dawkins, and Bianca. I never thought it should have been B-Fab. But
Yeah.
let them go at it and see what we get. But if they do that, I think they both need to know they need to turn heels.
Yeah, but I think now that Jay's the heel though, when Bianca comes back, that I mean you got to go there, right? Because unless Bianca's, in my opinion, this is my opinion right now, unless Bianca's fighting either Charlotte or Rhea Ripley 1-on-1 in Mania, it has to be Jade. Because Naomi's out now, obviously.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if they're gonna go that direction. So to me, right now, because Bianca's been in so many Mania moments, and not even Mania, SummerSlams, Raw, SmackDowns, Saudi shows. To me, a 1-on-1 match at Mania should be, if it's not Charlotte or Rhea, again, it has to be Jade. Like I don't see no other way right now. This is my booking.
Well, I think they got the powers wrong versus heel versus face. How many are equal in numbers with the women?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. It seemed like all the good women are heels. And I'm tired of getting heel on heel matches. I'm definitely tired of getting face on face matches. I mean, I think
Triple H like doing that.
Yeah, they love that, and they always want to do a triple threat. You know, Triple H love those, man. A triple threat, this triple. Give me a storyline between somebody who's going to take down Jade. Perfect person to do that has to be Bianca.
Yeah, and they need to give Jade better opponents right now because she's fighting jobbers, bro. Like,
but that's the point, though. That's the point. That's the point for the squasher and be a bully. So when somebody does come back, when somebody comes back, then they be like, okay, I'm tired of you picking on everybody. It's that old classic booking. Let them bully some people around, smack them around. You know what I'm saying? And then the hero comes back. Now you trying to bully me.
But you're right, and Ron, you're right as well. If you're gonna be a big bully, you don't need to draw that storyline out.
Mm-hmm.
You could just bully somebody real quick and get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many weeks ago did she wrestle B-Fab? The very next week she should have smashed Michin. The very next week she should have smashed Michin, and then we could have smashed somebody else. But you're taking main roster girls. Rhea Ripley should never say, "I want a tag team title."
Well, with that, they got most of the singles big stars are in the tag team division right now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Because you just don't want to give the Kabuki Warriors their run. Let them girls run it for a while. You didn't need, if you put Charlotte with Alexa Bliss so Charlotte can get over getting booed by the fans, and guess what? It worked. It worked.
It did.
It worked. So
she got the rub.
Split them back up. They don't got to be beefing with each other, but they can go off and do her thing. Alexa can bring her little doll out and shake that. And then Kabuki Warriors can take on those. Bayley clearly is just bringing girls up now. She just had something go down, and I think in North Carolina, like a workout.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's her role now. I'm bringing other girls up. So fine. All right, bet Bayley, cool. Well, I wish you weren't that. I wish you still were, main focus, but fine. So allow Jade to smash Lyra Valkyria, allow Jade to smash Bayley, allow Jade to smash them, and then now she has better opponents to smash. And then now she's like, I ran through this whole division. Who's left?
Bianca.
Yeah,
that's a good booking too, man. We like the fans to book a lot here, man, because we just been fans for so long, man.
But it seems like they always do something different when we get the belts.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But the other thing, I feel like they also putting all these main event women in these tag division because AEW got their tag titles and they getting their inaugural champions, so they trying to show they better. They probably got showing they are better tag team division for the women than AEW. That's probably another reason.
It could be, It could be.
I think you're 100% correct, and I think that's the whole point of Lash Legend and Nia Jax.
Mm-hmm.
Nia's a great heel. She can just heal. Like,
oh yeah, she just did an interview recently. She's just more comfortable in this second run. Yeah. She is more confident, and just running things. I've never
seen nobody come out and say, "Yo, let's be honest, Jay can't wrestle." Like, man, that was disrespectful. So this chick can heal. Lash gonna learn a lot from her. Lash look good. So
yeah, I thought she was doing real good in the War Games.
Yeah, it's gonna be good with that, man. I want to kind of take it back real quick, man. Look, man, honestly, the biggest story last night was deadline was the man's Iron Survivor and Obi. What he's gonna do now? We know about Kaden Carter. I was pulling for Kalani last night to win.
Oh
I
yeah,
know
Kalani was
Sean. I think
MVP.
yeah,
Kalani was
Sean
MVP.
Sean was pulling for Lola Vice, but at the same time, I mean, this looks like Kalani gonna go with Jordan Grace, and they're gonna get it on for a little bit too.
Yeah.
But with that being said as well, great show last night. I get it at an A+. Honestly, I enjoyed every match. Ego, Mr. Iguana, that whole thing. I enjoyed that as well. But my question would be this then: if you had to pick, with everything we talked about today, because we had some great points today, and I'm kind of going off of these notes because I actually want to ask this question. Cal, if you had to pick today, who's winning the Royal Rumble, men and women? Same question for you too, Ron. When you win,
Bianca Belair wins the women, and Braun Breaker wins the men.
Okay, why?
For the women's side, you need it so she can face Jade, that she can pick her. I think that's huge. For the men's side, since you're putting all these chips behind this dude, that's what it seemed like you're doing. Putting the chips behind him. You gave him a promo shot. Even if I think he failed, and if everybody think he did good, guess what? He's going to get another shot after that. I think he finds a way to break off from this group eventually. So he's a star in the making. So I just think that's who, where we can get some quality between either him and CM Punk. So I just think you got the rocket on him. Let's shoot it up to the moon. Let's see what he can do.
Got it.
But you turn him face sooner or later.
I really want to see him and Bronson Reed go at it. I think they would tear it down. Yes. I think they would tear it down, man. Yes. I mean, like, I'm talking about range breaking.
It already seems like when people come in and it seemed like when Seth was around. Seth was like, I built this. He was always in the back with a smirk like, hey, no, you didn't. Like he always seemed like he got a problem with authority a little bit.
He a Steiner.
Yeah, 100%. The math don't be mathing to him, right? Math, and I think he's gonna switch. And then once he switches, the whole world is barking. We bark now already, but we definitely barking once he's a face. We definitely barking. And then I think that's what it is. But I think he takes advantage of a void because we'll see. Because Jacob's gone. Who knows when Jacob's coming back? But we'll see.
Oh, that's one I want to see too. Good. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Bianca Belair. Like I said, I think she can win a Rumble because, like I said, I don't think they're gonna have her win a Chamber again this year or next year because he just won it this year.
They could.
I mean, they could definitely do that, but I just go ahead and bring Bianca back, win the Rumble, face Jade, or whoever the women's champion. I mean, wouldn't be mad if she faced Stephanie. I mean, that would be a great match as well. If Stephanie has it by that time.
Look like Liv about to go after her, so.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out where they gonna go with Stephanie. So I'm trying to figure out where they gonna go because Liv got the Judgment Day going strong again. So I mean,
right?
She ain't got no beef
with them.
Won
a Rumble before? Yeah, right.
Yeah. She won one before because that's what she fought.
Liv never won one, right?
No, Liv's been a runner-up for like 3 years in a row, though, bro. So she's been a runner-up like 3 years in a row.
Ron got me thinking, like maybe Liv finally gets a Rumble. And then Bianca, you got to win the Elimination Chamber again.
Yeah, Lord.
Dang,
I mean, it's less people to fight.
Dang, Ron, you had to do that, Ron.
I'm just going off of what's going on, man. That's all. For the man, it's a little harder. I can see Braun Breaker winning it, but he already getting his shot against Punk in January. So I think Punk gonna hold the belt till WrestleMania. I don't want to see that match again.
The Road's going through Chicago. So they're going to Chambers going to be in Chicago. So Punk going to be a massive part of that, being a champion and everything too.
All right, and I'm trying to figure out where Seth comes back in at. Because like I said, we might be building to like Roman and Seth again. And so who's going to have the belt by then? So Roman might get that Royal Rumble. I don't know. Let's see who's going to fight. He's saying that belt look good on me, and he said I'll let y'all figure it out. But he's figuring out his own way to the title, and that might be the Royal Rumble.
The only thing I would say about that, So this how you know the question. So I think Professor asked one time we was on here. He said, "How do you know Roman's of?" Because he didn't come out and say how you know Roman's a face. Because he said I'm the same guy. When I don't see a heel saying, and it could be now that I got business behind me, I'm gonna go to the Roman and get back to Cody because he never really got his rematch from Cody. He could have just said that, and Cody would have been like, Cody would have said yeah because Cody wants to be the best, so he would have said yeah. So if him to go through the Rumble again like that, I mean he could. But I would be like, so the rumor is that Cody and Roman might also fight at Mania again for the third time. They done that with Austin Rock, Triple H, and Undertaker, Brock and Roman. You had those things happen. But do they necessarily have to have that third match at Mania? Maybe not. They could do it at the Rumble. But so I don't know.
It got to be at Mania because you got them two dudes on that Vegas commercial.
Right. Yeah. And then you had that talk between them at War Games, at end of War Games. Yeah. Like we didn't care, we just lost, but we talking about something else. Mm-hmm. With him and Cody.
Right. He's like, I'm never teaming up with you again.
Right.
Like I think you need that for star power. And I think Cody, if you want to give it back to him the same way you want it. You beat him at a Mania. Let him beat you at a Mania. Now you had that Avengers ending, and I think I would love for a similar ending with, Vision and obviously Roman. He can do his bloodline thing again. Well, with somebody helping him, and he comes out on top. You have to make it a spectacle like you did with Cody.
I see that too because before all this stuff happened with Seth and his injury, my matches for the titles were Roman, Seth, Cody, Punk. Those are the two title matches for me.
Yeah.
That I had in my mind because if Cody doesn't fight Roman again, like who else he gonna face, right? Like if they go with Roman, so be it. But if not, because they teased earlier this year when Punk was on SmackDown for something, and Cody was like, "We got to stop running from this." And he's talking about the match, right? I don't know the exact words he said, but he's essentially, "We can't keep avoiding this" or something like that. And Punk was like, "Yeah, I know." So, and the only tease we got of it is when Cody won the Royal Rumble a couple years ago when they were in Tampa. You know what I'm saying? So when he went on to win at a Mania event at 40. So that's why I thought with that as well. So I don't know. That's the only reason I said, Kyle, that maybe they won't do the third match at Mania because maybe they teased that. Because, I mean, you can't – Cody – how does Cody bow Punk in the face? I know you can say adrenaline, but the two opponents were already on the ground. It was only 2-on-2. And he bowled this man in the face. Right. So you can't just let that go under. You can't sweep that under the rug. And then on top of that, when Cody and Roman had that altercation at the end, Punk was like, he was still selling it. He's like, "Hey man, we gotta talk about that." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's still talking about it.
I said this War Games. I said it to my wife. I said, "Baby, this War Games right here is not going to be the end of something like most of them are. This is going to be the beginning of something."
Yeah.
Right?
I think you're right. I think you're right with the beginning. We just got to sell. We got to sell a hot ticket for Vegas.
Yeah.
So I just think you need to have the stars of stars that people already know. That was our problem last year. Like they took too long of letting us know who the heck is in these final matches. I think now they gotta tell us now. Well, I think they're already telling us. I think that's what that vignette does. And I think, hey, you know what? Let's get these stars of stars in there, and whoever it may be, but we got unfinished business because Triple H is good for not finishing receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like they good for that. Like he said, we got to talk about that.
They just did it with Brock.
Roman needs tons of receipts back from the Vision. Like, and I think he was going to get it, like you said, versus Seth. Injury screwed that up. So where do we go to now?
Mm-hmm. It's a fascinating thing right now. Again, we have Saturday night's main events coming up. We pretty much know what that means. Well, that's what the focus of that is. You have another one the week before Rumble. So at that point, the Rumble card will be out. People will be lining for the Rumble. Probably had a couple of matches and things of that nature. So I know, but last year they did that when, this past year when I think when the first Saturday night's main event of the year when Cody fought Kevin at the Rumble in the ladder match, they had a contract signed. A week or two before that in San Antonio, Texas. So maybe they'll do something like that as well. But yeah, it's coming up quick, man. So you have to like nobody's talked about the mystery man right now. We did go back to Cody and Drew this past Friday because we know something's gonna happen with that. So it's a lot of things. Yeah, Cody, and I think with Cody fighting an NXT superstar, that's just prolonging the story. To your point, Ron, with Drew, because so you won't go right into that match and you can kind of stretch it out. Because technically, the Rumble after next week, the Rumble's probably like what 6 weeks away, something like that. So to be here before you know it, right?
Yeah.
So another way just to stretch out that story, because Nick Aldis never said that he reinstated Drew. He never said that on Friday. He never said that. Cody asked for it, but he never said it. It is official.
Yeah.
So because Drew's gonna do another, he gonna get him back again somehow.
Yeah.
Then it gotta be another re-ask.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're still, to y'all point, we're drawing it out, and then finally he does something that pisses Nick Aldis off, and he's like, "I need you to handle this Drew problem too as well," and we get a reinstatement.
Yeah, I mean, we're about to wrap it up, man. Because look, bruh, we just had our own PLE right here.
Hey man, look, man, this is blast, man. I had a good time, man. You guys are awesome. I love your show. I think the structure of the show is amazing. You're definitely knowledgeable about the business. Shoot, man. Now, Ron, you already got me thinking of stuff in my head right now, man. You got me in my head, man.
You guys are happen, man. Oh yeah.
You guys going out there for Mania?
I don't know. This will be Ron. If we do, it'll be our 10th one, right?
Yeah, it'll be our 10th one if we win.
Okay.
Yeah, our 10th WrestleMania if we win.
I went last year, and I'm gonna go this year. So
I took the time off for it, though. I will say that I did take the time off for it already. Yeah. And I actually looked at some hotels through our where I work at it. They kind of look at it like some type of discount. So I haven't made an official. My daughter says, "Hey, y'all don't know if y'all can see it, but." She wanted to come and say, "Hey." So,
I need to
Sean will let you know, man. If we got you on rooms, if that's what you need.
Oh yeah. Cause y'all do the thing, right? Y'all do the thing.
We got you on rooms. We can make it real cost effective for you. So that'll be no problem right there.
The only thing for me, man, I've been to Vegas. I've been there a lot for conferences. So I'm like, and there's still a lot that you go for conferences, it's like you kind of glued to the conference, you get a chance to do stuff later. Mm-hmm. But there's some things I did, and I went there a couple of years ago. One of my homies got married, but so it's some things I want to do out there still. But when you go out there for something that's already like booked, it takes a lot of time. So like a Mania, you going to WWE World, things like that. So I'm still undecided if I'm going, but I did take the time off to be preparation for it. I would like to go, I think, to see because I mean. It'd be nice to say I went to this football stadium too.
I mean, I'm not doing another actual Mania. I actually went to Mania last year. Mm-hmm. That was my first one and my only one because I'm not doing that again. The experience is crazy, but it's legit 60, 70,000 people get out at the same time.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I was just like, oh man. Uber drivers are like, oh, you going 5 minutes up the road? Yeah, that'd be like $90. You're like, what? So I'm like, nah. So you got finagle. We was making deals with dudes. Hey man, let me get $20 and ride me up the road. That's the only way you're getting around. So I'm not doing that again. I'll stay in the hotel they picked. Last year was Fountain Blue. So I'll stay in the hotel that they picked, and I go to the convention center to do like, maybe buy something, a belt or something like that. Mm-hmm. But I'll just be around, and I think they got like a huge event where they actually show Mania. All the other fans, so I'll do that. But the vibe, what is it, 16th to the 18th or 19th? You need about 3-4 days. Stuff kick off at 8, 9 in the morning. Like it's fun. You can navigate through doing the fun stuff and not have to deal with those people going to Mania.
I heard I saw videos of people walking to their hotels too, because I know the stadium is across the highway. It's not like in the middle of
that crowd in the highway, man. I wish I knew you was looking, because I could have turned around and waved, because I was in that crowd, and I'm like, man, this was ridiculous. We were just walking, people complaining, my feet hurt.
It's some walk. It's a lot goes into it, man.
Yeah, 100%.
But one thing I want to go to is Wale Mania. That's what I want to go to. I want something.
Yeah, we did Wale Mania last year. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
fun.
see,
That was
man,
fun.
I would definitely want to go to that, man.
Tickets not expensive. They kind of do it off strip somewhere. It's a good time.
So yeah, that's what I
time.
want to do. If we were able to go, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just hope they do the build right this year because a lot of people didn't like last year. 41, the build and a lot of the matches were good, but it just ain't like the stories of some things.
I think The Rock messed everything up last year.
Yeah.
Kyle, we ain't got another hour and a half to go through that because this dude right here, you see, you're still salty about it. You saw that when you said,
hey, I was happy to see the guy 17th. I was just good with that. See the guy's 17th title, I was good with that. But like everybody just didn't like how the main event ended. So I understand.
I just think one of the reasons I think they're going back to this is me now. Nobody's physically said this. I haven't heard it from no rooms. I just think they don't like the taste they left in people's mouth for Vegas. That's why they're probably going back again. That's my personal opinion. I know it's a home base for TKO, but I think they left a bad taste in a lot. Now, granted, they have some bangers. The Roman Punk self and the Bianca EO and Rhea. I think those were two of the better matches that weekend. But I mean, the Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental title wasn't bad. Things like that. But Jey Uso had a great moment, but the match was not really memorable. But it was a great moment. So I think obviously Cena and Cody they had a better match at SummerSlam.
Way better.
Yeah. So I could be wrong on that because if they ever release why, that'd be very intriguing why they decided to because they never canceled the Mania after announcing it. So right. I mean, car subject change. I get that they've never done that, so that can be anything. But anyway, final words, y'all. I see player trying to get back on here. Unless that's me.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Final words. I just want to go back to the women's Iron Survivor real quick.
Yeah.
Kendall Gray winning the Evolve champion. I think Callie Armstrong should have been in there, or she should be getting some more shine on NXT. I just want to put that as she was the first Evolve women's champion. So I think Callie Armstrong should be getting some more shine. So I'm trying to figure that out. How is Kendall Gray getting all this spotlight on NXT and Callie Armstrong as the first is not getting as much as she is. I don't know, but that's what I say. Other than that, the show was pretty good. Other than I'm tired of Mr. Iguana. I'm glad Ethan Page won. Because Mr. Iguana, he's playing too much to the crowd. That little stuffed animal need to go somewhere. I'm glad Ethan Page threw it in the he did a Kobe threw it into the rampway. That's what I was so happy about that part. Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley was decent. That got me more intrigued from what they were doing because I wasn't interested in that at all going into it, but they got me into it. But I thought Tatum Paxley should have won, but either way.
Storyline. It's gonna prolong. It's
a prolonged story. But like I said, Javon Evans and Oba is going to be good. Tony D'Angelo, seeing where he's going. So I'm good with NXT right now. I'm glad with what they're doing right now. Let's hope the main roster catches up.
Good.
100%. I'm good with it. NXT. Evan shouldn't have. Yeah, that girl. She should have been in there. She shouldn't have won. Kaylani or Lola should have won that match. I think they put in. You just can't have nobody for Evolve win that or put Armstrong in there because she deserved to be in there. So I'm wondering why she got that shot too as well. Yeah, I'm cool with NXT. Main roster, catch up. Let's make some decisions. And let's speed the things up that need to be sped up and prolong the right things that need to be prolonged. I know The Rock said we slow building everything. I think it's a bad idea. I think you gotta speed certain things up fast and certain things up slow. Let's get the storylines right. Let's get the writing right. Main roster, man. These young kids is on your tails, man. So let's get the wrestling right. But that's it, man. I'm just main roster get right, like he said.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good point. To Ron's point earlier, when the takeovers were going on, the takeovers was always kicking main rosters behind because they always did them in the same weekend. If you remember, like if SummerSlam was on a Sunday, takeover be on that Saturday.
Takeover Brooklyn used to be crazy.
Crazy, man, crazy. That first one. Oh, we ain't got time for that, bro. We ain't got time to talk about that one.
Hey, I might have to go back and watch, bro, for real.
Yeah. Sasha and Bailey alone. But anyway,
Man.
But I do think it's a good time, but you know, WWE they took a big L this year with a lot of different things. But to your point, Kyle, I think it's a good fair point to say in terms of let the slow things that they need to be, let them slow cook if the things need to be going, because a lot of things didn't. A lot of things this year, in my opinion, didn't. You didn't get the payoff. So maybe they're carrying it into next year.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're going to do. I don't know. Remains to be seen. Certain things so if I had to pick somebody right now, I know we got our awards coming up later. I mean, if I had to pick the superstar of the year, I mean, I think it's unfair to say John Cena because I mean the dude is just already there. But I'll probably say Dom. But that's a whole other topic, man. But I think it was a good time today. Great wrestling weekend. I think what we have coming up, we have.
I just want to add. They let politics kind of hurt the main roster with their deals. That's done. Fix that. Sign Nikki Blackheart before AEW do. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because Nikki, she was already at Bailey's, workout thing. So go ahead. Hey, you right there.
Sign her. I done drove past the gym. You know what I'm
saying?
They out there.
Hey, sign her. Mm-hmm.
A couple things. I don't know what's wrong with Jordan Grace and Lola Vice. They don't want to do nothing with them for NXT. That's the only issue I got with that. And Solo did a great job with that promo against the Wyatt. So that was fire. And so that's the reason I wanted Solo to win the tournament too, because he needs something, because that man is a great character. I think he's better than both his brothers at this moment.
Yep.
And so, let's get it, man.
Let's get it.
Hey, look, man. What do we got coming up there? We got Saturday night's main event. Then we have what? World's End.
World's End for AEW,
yeah. And then
it's Rumble time.
Cal, you going to the last Raw of the year?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. So maybe we can link up, man. We plan on going. We haven't gotten our stuff yet, but we plan on. Me and my wife thinking about going out there, man, because the in-laws will be here to take care of the kids, so we'd be good. You know what I'm saying? To get out there, but so we get a chance to meet you and rap with you in person, man. It'd be a true honor, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I told Sean I went to the SmackDown one, the last one they were here.
We were there.
Yeah, I told him I was sitting. I said link up with me, man, and I said, but I'm definitely gonna go to the Raw.
Okay.
I roll solo, man. It'll be me, man. I get out there. I get there early. I park. I don't know why nobody parks there, but I get there like around 5:45. I park on the opposite side of the kids center there, and I just hang out at that little bar that's right down the street. And, an hour and a half go by, man. I just walk and sit in my seat. So it just be easy. I don't pay for parking. It'd be right. So I'll just be like, I don't know why nobody parks there. The sign say 5. No parking from 5 to this time, AM to PM, and everybody just leaves that open. So I'm like, listen, I thought I was crazy. I was looking around. I had to stop the cop and say, wait a minute, why is nobody parking here? And he was like, I said, so I can park here? He was like, yeah. So I was like, all right. So I parked right over from there. I was like, this is kind of crazy. It was around 5:45 I was there. So it free parking. I don't want to pay 20 plus $100, man. I was like, in my pocket.
Yeah, I got like 20 for the Geico. I caught a deal for the Geico last time for like $20. So I found a pretty good deal on it. But nonetheless, yeah, for that one, yeah, it's all good, man. But fellas, it's been real, man, tonight. Appreciate it, Ron. I don't think we've been on it together in a couple of weeks, man. So it's good to catch up with you too, man.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, hey. Everyone, like our platforms, we'll be right here next week as well with some phenomenal wrestling content, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Peace.